From the Smith Center in Chapel Hill, this is TarHillIllustrated.com, or if you're watching on our YouTube channel, Tar Heel Illustrated. I'm THI staff writer Jacob Turner, and joining me, as he always does, our very own publisher, Andrew Jones. And Andrew, right here on Roy Williams Court, following Roy Williams' retirement press conference just ended about 15-20 minutes ago. It was I don't speak it, I'll just say this word. For me, it was a cool experience. I think everybody here would say it was a pretty cool experience just to be here in person and see, a Hall of Fame coach bowing out like Roy did. First thing I kind of want to talk about, Roy kind of just came out and straight up told us why he decided to retire and hang it up. And just, I don't know if this is exact words that he used, but it just felt like he wasn't the right guy for this program moving forward right now. And, it's an interesting thing for him to say. I know the last couple of years have been not the greatest for the program in terms of what they've been doing, but, overall, Roy came out and said it. Now we know what went into the decision of him deciding to hang it up, and I'll let you kind of take it from there.
I've never looked at my phone during one of these. Mm-hmm. I'm not the look away guy, but I had to make sure we got it right because I tweeted it out. Mm-hmm. I no longer feel I am the right man for the job.
Yep.
And to hear him say that, and to be 25 feet away, 20 feet away from him when he said that, it's kind of, it speaks to the genuine nature of who Roy is.
Yeah, it's a great way.
It's incredible. Look up there, guys. You can't see the banners.
Wish I could turn the camera.
I wish every one of you could come in here with us right now and look around and see this place and see the banners and how many of them have been put up since Roy got here. Up there, the title banners, jersey banners, Final Fours. This place they don't hang Final Four banners. They just put them on a sheet.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. Since he was hired by North Carolina, no other program has won more championships. No other program has been to more Final Fours. Mm-hmm. No other program has played more title games. Yeah. And no other program has won more NCAA tournament games. And he's walking away saying he doesn't feel like he's the guy to do the job anymore. 32-31 of the last 63 games, going back to the Sweet 16 loss against Auburn and Kansas City 2 years ago. I hear from a lot of people, and some of them I hear from on a regular basis, and some of them have often expressed how they do not like when, after Carolina loses, Roy will go into the press conference and say, I didn't coach my team well enough.
That's just Roy.
And they think it's a BS excuse. Nah. They think it's a guy just covering for his team. It's just a guy who's just saying whatever. He's just down in the dumps and all that kind of stuff. It's legitimately how he thinks.
Yeah, what you get from Roy is what he is. We've said that on multiple things.
In the last 2 months, especially, I would say maybe 6-7 weeks, when people started to talk about, there's something different here. Mm-hmm. From the kissing the floor to talking up certain other guys and just some of the things he said, some of the milestones he's reached. Last year he was emotional when he tied Dean. He was more emotional then when he hit the 900. And he kind of even said when he got win number 900, which was against FSU, arguably their best win of the year, he kind of said, I will appreciate this sometime. And he never used to say that kind of stuff.
No, he didn't. Mm-mm.
So people have had reason to kind of try to find dots to connect. So when he gave us the reason today, I don't think I can do the job anymore. To me, it's powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
It's sobering because how many people have I known that have been better at what they do than how he's been?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Not me.
Yeah, not me either.
But it's genuine. It's real.
Yeah.
That's who Roy is. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't trying to make it easier for the next coach, which I know some people are going to say because, well, maybe they're North Carolina, but they weren't North Carolina anymore. He's not trying to do any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. This is what he thinks.
Yeah, it's exactly what he thinks, yeah.
I've never heard a coach in a press conference say it in the way he did. It was almost like out of a movie script where the intent is to get everybody in the arena, everybody in the theater, everybody in the building, everybody watching on TV to kind of flow a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know, I imagine a lot of people watching it were. For me, as a guy who's covered about 500 of his games, someone who has had an interesting relationship at times, as
to say the least,
I've learned how to be better at my job and learn how to understand when you cover a program, the best way to go about it. And I've learned some of these lessons through Roy. It was pretty amazing, pretty sad, and powerful at the same time because he has control over the moment. Most coaches don't have control over the moment. A lot of them leave for health reasons. A lot of them leave because they're burned out. A lot of them leave because You know, the wife just said, look, you told me 20 years, so it's been 20 years. He's in total control. And nobody knows better whether or not he's doing the job the way it has to be done than Roy Williams. Mm-hmm. And he's so damn honest.
Yeah,
I should say dadgum honest. Yeah. That I think he hit a home run today. It was amazing. I've never seen something like this before. I've covered a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And today's one of the most amazing hour and a half experiences of my career. And kudos to him for coming to terms with this. He's scared. Of course he'd be scared.
He said that. I mean, how would you not be?
And I was sitting in the front row, and Wanda was just a few feet from me. She chuckled a few times, and I felt really good for her. Mm-hmm. I go on the road and I see them, and one of the things, I've never told this story before, I saw it the first time up at Pittsburgh, 2015. This was after the Pitt student body gave Roy a massive sympathy card after Dean died. Mm-hmm. And Roy was touched by it. And after the starting lineups and all that kind of stuff, when the players go out on the court and they're getting ready for the opening tip, Roy turns over and looks up to Wanda and did something like that. Mm-hmm. And I kind of look for that a lot when I'm at games because I like to see those human moments. I love to see people that we get a chance, we're fortunate enough to be around.
Yeah.
I love to see them when they're human, and that's a human moment. He did it a lot. I didn't always see it because I couldn't always find Wanda at the games, but I love that. And I think today was that moment. It's that genuine nature. That guy looked over at his wife and said, you know what, I'm not sure about the RV, but I might give it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was cool.
Yeah. Agreed, AJ. I think one of the biggest thing I took away from was just how honest Roy is. I mean, like, we've said it so many times, and what Roy says, he means it. You know, he's not a guy that BS's, for lack of a better word. It's just not in his nature. So, really cool experience for me as well. I know I'm one of the younger guys in this room and haven't been covering the program very long, but just to kind of be in this atmosphere, you know, like you said, I caught myself up a couple of times kind of looking around when Roy's talking and just think about the history of this program and what it means to people, like fans that are watching right now.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. And
pardon me, this is not normal structure for a video, but I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then to see, you know, a guy like that, a Hall of Fame coach who's been here for so long, 18 seasons in Chapel Hill, was here before, went to Kansas, came back. I mean, it like you mentioned, it being a movie script, but the whole story in itself of where Roy started in Nashville and now where he's at now, going out on his own terms, 3 national championships, banners over there. I mean, it's a Hollywood story, and you know, in a lot of ways. And the way it ended, I think, was it was just cool to see Roy being as honest as he was. And like I said, I've never covered a press conference like this, but, you know, I had to imagine it was pretty unique and pretty cool for people to see who've been in the media for a long time.
Now, his best moments, we'll do stuff like that. So if you're looking for that, I don't know if we're going to go there. We don't have time to go there. We got to get out of here. I got to get home. We got a Bubba Cunningham Zoom coming up at 7 o'clock. Yeah. This is just the beginning, guys. Mm-hmm. But I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have covered him at North Carolina. Amazing coach, unbelievable competitor. I asked Marvin Williams afterward. We got a chance to talk to him. He was on the 05 team. Roy referenced him a few times tonight.
Just retired from the league last year, too.
Yeah, probably as much as anybody, Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I said, you know, Roy taking ownership of what we're talking about. I said, is that just insight to his utter competitive spirit? Mm-hmm. That he loves this place so much and he wants this place to win so much that he didn't think he can do it, that he's going to be open about it. And he said, absolutely. That's always the guy that he's known. It goes back to being genuine. We're going to throw that word around again. He said, Roy's never lied to him. And Roy didn't lie to people today. This is exactly what he thinks. It's pretty amazing stuff. And,
it really is.
You know, how else we can put into words, I'm sure I'll do it with some writing a little bit later, and we'll have more videos. But I think of all the retirement press conferences and stuff like that I've covered before and watched on TV from afar, this was probably the most remarkable one. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that a guy can be honest with himself in front of people.
Yeah.
We live in a world where people fight on Twitter, they fight on Facebook. They could be wrong, and they're going to defend themselves because they can't look at somebody else and say, I was wrong. Yep. I wasn't good enough. And he just did that. Maybe we can all learn something from it. I think it's awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really cool experience, I think, for everybody who got to watch it.
And my voice is running out, too, if you haven't noticed. It's the damn allergies.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, it is allergy season. It is allergy season, man. So unfortunately, we got to go venture off on that to walk to the car to head home. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't seen the podcast we did earlier today on Roy Williams' retirement, I'll go ahead and throw that link in the description. Be sure to check that out and keep checking back to TarIllustrated.com because we'll have all the coverage. The grind is just getting started, as they say. It's crazy times right now.
Midnight Oil was a great alternative rock band from the 1980s, and we're going to burn the Midnight Oil tonight. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I didn't mention NXS. So.
Yeah, you did. That's good stuff.
So a lot of my friends are going to be like, whoa, what's AJ doing mentioning Midnight Oil, not NXS?
Exactly. A little different. You throw them a little curveball today in honor of
they're
Australian baseball. Yeah, so. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I've been Jacob Turner. He's been Andrew Jones. See you in the next one. Thanks.